Thursday, November 4th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thank you for clicking on to today's edition, and I'm meteorologist Matthew East here with you. Sort of a chilly, rainy Thursday forecast, a big blast of cold air coming for the weekend, some snow in the mountains, and Tomas in the tropics. Lots to talk about today. Let's get right into the radar this morning. This is the radar image snap from 5:20. You had one batch of rain lifting through the Piedmont down into the parts of northern South Carolina. Other areas of showers in Georgia, Alabama, and eastern Tennessee. And temperatures were on the chilly side, upper 40s to low 50s across the Piedmont. And really, there's not going to be much temperature rise today with the clouds and rain, maybe just a few degrees of warming. Probably low to mid 50s at most, and a chilly rain event. Most of the I-85 corridor, when all is totaled up, could see maybe a half inch or so. When you get I-95 in Point C's, could be over an inch of rain in some sections. Here's the setup today. You have a strong upper-level trough diving in just off to our west. We're in the favored region for lift, and that's going to continue to promote the rain chances today. Now let's look at what happens by the time we get to tomorrow evening, Friday evening. That huge trough is right overhead, and by the time we get to next Monday and Tuesday, some ridging, and that'll be a nice warm-up. But that trough for the weekend is going to mean some pretty cold air. Let's take a look at the modeling. Today, rain, the main weather story. Again, the heaviest totals will be in the eastern parts of the region. But altogether, it's going to be a chilly, rainy type of day. Now, the cold air begins to rush in. This is how we look, by the way, this evening at Thursday evening, at 8 p.m. That low pressure pulling farther up the coast, and then the cold air begins to rush behind it. This is 2 o'clock Friday afternoon. And notice we'll see some pretty tight pressure gradient, so some pretty gusty northwesterly winds. Also note up in the mountains, they are gearing up for their first upslope snow event of the year. It could be some pretty good totals in some sections. This event for the mountains will finally wind down here as we get into Saturday. In terms of mountain snow, there's a look at the RPM product. And, we're looking at many of the favored areas seeing at least a couple inches, but there could be 5, 7, 8 inches or so, and some of the spots that really can pile up the upslope snow. There'll be a feed of moisture from the Great Lakes enhancing things, and this could be a decent little event in some parts of the North Carolina mountains. Now, as far as our area is concerned, let's go back. Tomorrow will be a breezy day. I can't rule out a couple of isolated showers, and with that trough sitting right overhead, the upper level temperature is so cold that I can't even rule out with those cold temperatures aloft, maybe a few sleet pellets being mixed in. Highs tomorrow, mid to upper 50s. Then we're down in the low to mid 30s by Saturday morning, and highs Saturday will likely struggle to hit 50 or so in many Piedmont spots. Then that high is right overhead Saturday night and Sunday morning. So it still looks like some mid to upper 20s for lows on Sunday morning, the first widespread freeze of the season. Highs up into the 50s on Sunday, and then by Monday we're into the 60s with full sunshine. Tuesday, and there on Wednesday, we're all the way up into the upper 60s to even some lower 70s with lots of sun. So if you want to warm up, it's on the way as we get into next week. Let's talk about Tomas. Still not terribly organized, but it is back to tropical storm intensity. Center is still not really completely wrapped with deep convection. You have these blobs of convection all the way around the center. But it should organize, and a lot of the modeling still does ramp this up into hurricane intensity. Again, here's the model plots, and right here is hurricane threshold. So you still have a number of the models that do ramp this up to hurricane intensity. In terms of track, pretty tight clustering now, generally speaking. This is probably going to pass just east of Jamaica. Here's the Hurricane Center forecast. So just east of Jamaica. And then the center of this passing near western Haiti and eastern Cuba, and then through the Bahamas. And boy, the folks of Haiti don't need this at all. The last thing they need is another natural disaster. But this will then head out into the Atlantic Ocean after moving through the Bahamas. All right, that is it for this Thursday edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Stay dry, stay warm, and God bless.